Israel says it's destroyed two bridges crossing the Litani River in southern Lebanon, which it says were being used by Hezbollah militants to transport fighters and weapons. Let's just show you this live shot that we have right now of Beirut, which has also been the target of strikes by Israel. And in fact, we're just hearing the latest figures on the death toll in Lebanon in the Israeli strikes since this war began. This war with Iran began. Hezbollah, of course, is backed by Iran. Lebanon saying now that more than 1,000 people have died. Well, joining me now is Hani Boussali. He is the owner and CEO of Boussali Foods and president of the Syndicate of Importers of Foodstuffs in Lebanon, joining us from Beirut. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. And before I talk about your business matters and the import of food, just give us a sense of what it is like to be living in Beirut right now.
Actually, it is not the first time. We are, for the Israeli-Lebanese war, that has been the third round. The first one was 2006, the second one was 2024, and unfortunately we're back again in 2026. So it's really dreadful to witness a war that Lebanon didn't want, and it's very sad actually to see the buildings collapse, the people on the streets. A lot of displaced people, our own Lebanese people that have been displaced out of their own homes to shelters just because of that international war that is definitely not a Lebanese war by itself. So it is really a consequential event for us.
And I believe you live really close to that huge multi-story building that was hit by Israel just yesterday, Wednesday. How close were you nearby when that strike happened?
500 meters thrown by just 500 meters away from home. So we really shook out from our beds because it was 5 a.m. in the morning. 500 meters away only.
Yeah, very, very close indeed. Turning then to your business of importing food into Lebanon and looking at that issue of food security and food supply, how difficult is the situation right now?
Look, that's, it's not as difficult as people see it, because we as private sector have been really working hard to secure the supply and the supply chain of the food. Now, the key point is the infrastructure of Lebanon, and the key point is for the people, for the Israelis not to hit the infrastructure like the Beirut port and the Beirut airport and the roads and the bridges. Because as long as the Beirut port is open, I don't see any real problem. As long as the food supply is there, we as private sector, we as traders, importers, industrialists, have all the courage and have all the knowledge to handle these situations like we have done in 2024 and like we have done it in 2006. So the key point is really a minimum of stability so that the Beirut port and the infrastructures don't get hit. If that is still on the case, then I'm not seeing a lot of issues, and this is why you have been issuing a lot of communiques in our syndicate.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about that. Have you, Hani, have you been lobbying the Lebanese government to do what it can to get that message across about keeping, preserving that key infrastructure like the port?
Every day, every hour, we are in constant contact with all, from the Prime Minister to the ministries, the ministers concerned. So it's the Minister of Trade, Minister of Industry, Minister of Finance, the Customs. We are really lobbying on that, and we are reissuing two things. A call for hiding the port from these things, and also we are sending a lot of comforting messages to the people, saying that there is no need to rush for the food supplies in that much. Of course, we are at war, so there is always a side of worry, and people should take care of taking a little bit of food supply at home, because we are at war. But we are saying to the people that as long as the port is open, please do your best to not rush on the food, because if you really rush on that food, then there will be a lot of shortages and prices will increase.
Okay.
But to say that we are in a very good situation, no, we are in a very bad situation. Lebanon is really at the brink of a huge collapse, if you want. And we are really seeking for the international community to shade away Lebanon. I'm talking on the economical side, I'm not on the political side, to shade away Lebanon from hitting the infrastructure, because that will be a killer not on the people who are fighting with Israel, but on the whole Lebanese people.
Okay, Hani Bosali, thank you very much for your time today, President of the Syndicate of Importers of Foodstuffs in Lebanon.
Thank you very much.